Alright, these are all just going to be hand scrambles, by the way, but on the first solve, yellow, purple, and green are pretty easy to solve relative to each other. These two will just be like over here. I think the red one's going to move around. I'll keep an eye on this pair here because, well, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to start by doing these two. Alright, so red moved a little bit as I was thinking it would. I'm just going to solve red and blue together. This pair will be next, and it's going to be right in the back, which is pretty nice. I also see this, which, with the way I'm going to solve this, this won't do anything. Like, this is going to stay paired together like this. So I'll solve this one in the back by just doing like a back sexy, and then it sets up to a through mover. It's a really nice solution that I like to do. This one, I solved this corner earlier, and the edge happens to be here. Just gonna solve it like that. Actually, now that I think about it, if I solved it like that, it'd be better because it just puts these in a better spot together. And then right in the front is these two pieces, which don't go together, but I mean, they're also the last two pairs I need to work on, so I know what pairs to, or I know what pieces to look for next. Which one of them's here. It's the purple one. So I'll just insert that. And then these I can just pair up pretty easily. This ended up all the way in the back, which friggin' sucks. And its edge is back there too. I wouldn't have seen the edge during a time solve though, but I would solve this pair something like, you can do it like that to pair them up, but I'd probably just do it like this. And okay, this isn't too bad. So it's an L2, which L moves not really good, but whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And then I'm starting with my first S2L piece. I start with purple. So it's good to see this too. Insert that. I'll rotate towards purple. I see these two, which I can like make into a pair. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. So I can build this block sort of thing here. Well, it's not a block sort of thing, it's a literal block, but I saw this edge for what's going to go down here. I was thinking if I could do like an R prime U R prime, it wouldn't pair it up though, so there we go. That's actually pretty good. So that'll set these up and just pair them up when I realign. This corner is going to go down here. I'm going to be looking for the edge when I'm up here as well. There it is. I think I kind of messed that up, but whatever. Yeah, we'll do L moves to pair it up again, unfortunately. But yeah, whatever. Next I see this, which I usually will solve first. But let's see what the conditions allow for. So yeah, I think I'll just insert that. And then I'm going to rotate so that I'm solving everything on the right. It's much better for look ahead, and I had a really bad habit of kind of like ending up solving, like especially this pair right here. I would solve in this orientation, but yeah, hold it this way, it's better. This edge goes down here, this corner I'm seeing as well. Excuse me, hang on. It's not really the best way to pair it up, but that's probably what I ended up doing. Whatever. Now this one I usually we'll solve down here first. Let's see, I have these two as well. So we'll kind of pair these up like that. That wasn't very good either, but I have this in the front, which is good and easy to spot. I can just do this kind of like a 3x3 case. Then I'm seeing this, this, and this. Kind of solve these together. I'll do this pair, this pair. The last two pairs I just do like 3x3. And this OLL is pretty good. And this PLL, I hate recognizing these. There's solve one. All right, solve number 2. Purple's already solved. Yellow I can solve down here pretty easily, and these two pieces go together for the pair in between. Red is going to go right here. That'll be pretty easy to solve. And then green I'll solve over here, just kind of like on its own. So I think I'll start by solving yellow. As I move this over, I'm also going to do that move just so I can like pair these up. And then I'm going to insert blue, kind of like this. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to move this out of the way just so that I can like solve it. And this is a little silly thing I do just in this case, but like since these two go together, and if I would solve it, they'd end up like on opposite sides of the globe, basically. I'm just going to bring it over, pair these up, and then solve them. Because I knew I didn't really see this pair while I was solving this, so I knew it really wouldn't really get affected. Alright, so I'll just insert that, and my goodness, I see everything here, so this is a pretty good case. It's just one move to pair these two up, so I'll just do that. Goodness gracious, I solved in the wrong slot. Alright. Alright, so that goes in the back, actually. And then this, I'll probably end up doing this pair next. Yeah. There's kind of a lot of rotations to get it over here, but yeah. So I'll insert in the back with a left insert. And then these two, I'll just solve like this. I saw these pieces here, and it looks like that edge is there too, which I wouldn't have seen the edge during like a fast solve, like a time solve. So I'm going to bring up this, I'm going to bring this edge down while bringing this one up. And I kind of did this, like, kind of like this, so that it orients it. Let's see. Alright, so I bring this to the top doing that. Then I can just solve these kind of like a block. I saw this corner, the edge is all the way back here. I'm all over the place right now. Alright, so these two, it's kind of unfortunate, they're pretty far apart. And then I see this. I didn't see the edge, so I figured it was probably at least in its spot or near. Which it is, yeah. I do like an R prime. And then like a 3x3 thing here, I guess. And then I have this next, this edge as well. And this goes with it too. I'm actually going to pair these up. And then kind of solve that as a block. I'm thinking of a good way to solve these. We'll do it like that. That's not that great, but this is already here, which I can do like pseudo with. So I'm going to try to. This pink, red, blue pair is going to go in the back. And then I have this. This was there the whole time. I think my camera's bugging. If not, that'll be awesome. But if it is, then I don't know. So I'll just do like an F prime. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to do it. And then insert it with B moves. Nothing really stands out here. So yeah, I'll probably just do like, let me think. This is an example solve, so I could put on a good example. So we'll try like inserting blue. And then do this pair here. And I'll do this one in the back, and then this one just like that. Polo, this is kind of a 3x3 alg, and then another annoying case to recognize. And that was the second one. Alright, the third one. There's green and red. I have this yellow one here. Purple can be put next to yellow pretty easily, and it'll solve green with just another move. Like 2 moves or whatever. Blue's over here. Let's see. So as I bring this D layer around to solve the purple and green, I'm thinking I might bring blue down so I can solve it kind of like right here while this yellow one is here. I don't think there's not really any, I guess there's this. I was going to say yeah, I'll try to preserve that. I was going to say there's not that many good opportunities to find first pair since it's like a bit of a weird star solution. So let's do like this thing here. And then I'm going to do like F prime and then get that out of the way and then do another F2 just to preserve this. Alright, so that goes that way. I'll move this over, insert in the back. I have a lot of pieces with white on them and that go in F2L, but they're all just like their own, like this, and this. None of them really go together. So I guess I'm going to be looking around a little more. Alright, so this corner and this edge go together. Which I can solve kind of like this. And I saw these two during that, which don't really go together either, but the corner's over here. And it looks like pretty much almost everything else for the rest of S2L is like right over here. So kind of keep it over in this area in the meantime. I'll pair these up actually, just because it's one move too. And if I would just insert that like normal, then these would get split up. So do something fun like that. And then this corner was here the whole time. These are really far apart, but this actually isn't too bad. So I'll move this yellow up to the top here. And then since I'm going to start on purple anyway, I kind of do a couple like little rotations like that. Excuse me. So this is already in spot, which is pretty cool. Looking for other pieces. All right, I got these two. Could have canceled, but there's no way I would have known to cancel that in a solve. I have this and this. I don't know if I could really do like a little block here. I guess I'd try to do something. Yeah, that was decent. Speaking of blocks, there's this too, which when I'm solving this isn't going to do anything. So I already know it's going to get preserved. This I'll have to like fix orientation for, I think. Let's see if there's a better way to solve that. That's not too bad. Then I'm going to do a U before I do another R prime, because then it'll set these up to a 3 mover. This red one. I'll just kind of make that block like there. That wasn't great. I need to work on my block building, which like this is a decent way of doing so. And I think when I solve these pairs, these will end up paired together like a block. No, I guess not. Just when I was going to do that. Okay, so I just straight up lied. That was funny. This is here already, and I always do like pseudo for the last one, so we'll just kind of insert that pair like that. Yeah, like a little B move to set it to a 3 mover, insert it, and then fix that. Before I do the R prime, this is already like how I'd start the solution. Or you can look at it as just taking out a 3 mover. And then here, I know none of my edges are going to be oriented, which is going to, actually it won't be too bad in this case, but solving this one, I'm going to cancel into a sledge. So I don't get a dot case or one edge case. I don't know this OLL. And then PLL. We'll do another one. All right, last one. Let's see, red and blue are here, yellow's here. There's not really any really good ways I can see to solve them. The red and blue pair is here. So I'll think about preserving that. What I might do here is, let's see, so I can solve yellow and blue, like yellow here, blue there. This will get the red edge to like over here or something. And I could solve purple and green next to each other. So it'd be like green, purple, yellow, blue, and then red's going to be somewhere around here. I think this pair will mostly should stay intact. So let's start doing that. All right, so they stayed pretty close. I also have this pair here. I'll just solve that. All right, so this is actually a decent case. I was going to try to, I guess, look ahead to this, but this was right in my face, so it's a pretty good solution for that. I'm trying to think if there's a good way to influence these two. Not really, but you could either solve them like that or like that. I guess that's probably better for move count, but it's a little bit harder to finger trick, I guess. And these two, I just solve like that. And then I have the last pair here and here. Do like that. And when I was around here, I solved this purple piece. Also this pair. There's that as well. So when I bring this up, I'm gonna see if there's, I'll just kind of solve it like this. And this corner and this edge. And I have this pair, which is good right in the front. It kind of let me cheat and have bad look ahead, or not really know where other pieces are. by helping me out and putting it right in the front. So insert that. I have this edge, which I usually start with, and then these two, which I can work as a pair. Actually, let's do something like this. So we'll do like that, and I'll solve this block in the bottom, and look at that, that's pretty good. All right, so when I did the R prime, I would pair these up, which I can just insert. Looking for next pieces. There's this edge, there's this edge. We'll start with this one. It's like a pseudo kind of thing. And then pair that, finish that block. And then I'll just pair these up and insert. All right, so this pair is here, which is pretty good. Want to see, I guess I'll just do like, there's not really a really good way to do this. I feel like when you have like a pair and an edge like this, there's usually some pretty nice ways you can do this. Like if it was here, for example. And of course this pair isn't really oriented how I want it to, so I'll just do something like that. And then this pair here. I don't know this. So I don't know this OLL, but since there's these two and these two, I'll do a sexy sledge so that it will it'll solve more pieces on the top, and I think it'll give me like an anti-soon or something. Yeah. And this PLL is pretty good.